People say TINUBU built Lagos. That is the most insane comment I have ever heard from people. Like, that's not the first time. They've been saying it for a very long time. TINUBU built Lagos. He built Lagos. Which Lagos did he build? Which Lagos did he build? The Latif Jakonde. If it's TINUBU that now built Lagos, what did them Latif Jakonde then? What did they do? Don't mind them, Jare. He built Lagos. He built Lagos. According to a post shared on the official YouTube channels of Glitch Africa Studios ahead of the 2027 presidential election, political analyst Idris Zekeri has launched a scathing critique of the current administration led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, challenging popular narratives about governance, infrastructure development, and economic reforms in Nigeria. In a video that has circulated widely on social media, Zekeri Idris directly addressed claims that Lagos State owes its development to President Tinubu. People say he built Lagos State. That is the most insane comment I have ever heard from people. He said if you built Lagos State in the year 2000, what did the British build? His remarks were aimed at questioning the tendency to attribute long-term infrastructural growth and modernization solely to contemporary political figures. Zekeri Idris also criticized the federal government's recent tax reforms, portraying the administration as a fat, inefficient goose that has refused to lay eggs or be beneficial to its subjects. He suggested that the policies under Tinubu's leadership have disproportionately burdened citizens while failing to produce meaningful developmental outcomes. According to him, reforms and revenue measures introduced by the government have not translated into improved services or tangible benefits for Nigerians. Highlighting what he perceives as exaggerated claims of achievement, journalists stress the importance of historical context in evaluating progress by referencing Lagos State's pre-existing development before Tinubu assumed leadership. He aimed to challenge the narrative that current governance is solely responsible for the city's infrastructure and economic status. Zekeri Idris argued that acknowledging past contributions is critical to an honest assessment of governance performance. The analyst's commentary comes amidst growing political conversations about alternatives to the current administration ahead of the 2027 polls. He emphasized the need for Nigerians to critically evaluate leaders and political parties, focusing on accountability, transparency, and their capacity to deliver meaningful change. While he did not endorse a specific political party in the video, his broader critique implies that voter scrutiny and informed decision-making are necessary to address perceived inefficiencies in government. Zekeri Idris' statement also reflects wider public frustrations with governance. We are frustrated though, if it is that one. Very, very, very frustrated. Rising cost of living and economic policies in Nigeria. Many citizens have expressed concerns about taxation, inflation, and the apparent disconnect between government promises and day-to-day realities, particularly in urban centers like Lagos. His remarks have resonated with those who feel that political rhetoric often overshadows measurable development. And just said maybe Lagos built TINUBU, don't mind. Thieves speaks for thieves, now that's where their interest lies. Guys, 9377 says built Lagos or looted Lagos. He really looted Lagos, and the looting still ongoing now. Colin says, who be this hungry man again? Who is hungry man? Who looks hungry to you? Odo Kapi says, my brother, I tire. You can't even boast of one major project executed in Lagos. Bashir Lawal replies and says, what doesn't concern you? Why they drink Panadol for another person headache? Lagos not be your state. Why prognosis? I beg you, let people talk. Let people say what's on their mind. Is it the one that built Lagos? He did not. He been telling lies. Or telling us that we think concern you. He concerns us. It concerns us. Odo Kapi says, is replying to Bashir, he says, is Lagos your state? Does your generation have any plot of land in Lagos? My family has 2 plots of land built upon in Lagos. That automatically makes me a Lagosian, but idiot like you has never been to Lagos but only out to make noise on social media. Poor church rats. Don't mind them, and it's those poor people that will be commenting rubbish the most. He said, don't mind them. You did build Lagos, ignoramus. I beg, let's hear what. Alaba says, you forget Father Jakonde. Did you get what are the likes of Latif Jakonde? They are the ones that built Lagos. For his great and massive performance in Lagos State and up to date is not comparable. Exactly. Kingsley Ochoma says some people know that That claim is a bogus claim. To hype TINUBU, he is a destroyer, disaster merchant. He is not capable of developing anything. Issa Ayodele says, but he brought pains, hardship, hunger, devaluation of Naira, even scatter Nigeria economy, and still pursuing for 2027 election means the bandits are buying the masses. Tony Fibika says that hustler doesn't have any good thing to offer, but only to come loot, nothing more. Okay. Idris says Buhari Johnson build Lagos, not TINUBU. Marty says Buhari build Abuja. Maybe they play. Which Buhari build Abuja? Ogunleye says, so your grandfather built Lagos. TINUBU was governor for 8 years. He did his best, and others have followed him. But he was not the first governor of Lagos State now. Ogunleye. TINUBU is not the first governor of Lagos State. Abeg, so let's hear what Esther says. TINUBU looted Lagos. Mayor says, idiot, tell us what you did for this country. You to tell us what you did for this country, Mayor Brown. You to tell us what you have done for this country. Somebody will tell us what you are doing in our country. There it says, the thing tire me, none be smelling Lagos. Okay, what's that? Christian says, Chuckles, che, wow, this Idris Zekeri is really from where? What type of mentality is this? What kind of mentality does he have? And with this kind of brain, he may want to rule tomorrow. Unbelievable. Christiana, what's wrong with his brain now? To his sawdust brain, he still expected a place ruled and led by colonial masters to just stay like that, but what a pity. Definitely it means there has not been any improvement in his own place since independence after the colonial masters left. People should take note of his name as someone what? Come sit down. Obi for president says, association of morons that don't know the difference between good or bad, as long as it is TINUBU. Favorable situation, not TINUBU. Unfavorable. TINUBU hypocrite of the highest order. Wonder of the century. TINUBU Jagaban, a man of destiny, one-man battalion. Nye. I beg. At Kamikaze says, why won't all these IPB terrorists be criticizing TINUBU? Because it is TINUBU fault that gave them the avenue to succeed with a welcoming hands to their businesses successfully in Lagos. If you are sent back in that time, they won't have mouth to talk again. The same way Yoruba people rent their house out to them and say later claim Lagos is a no man's land. Bunch of English people all over the world. Same thing happened in South Africa and Ghana. Okay? As David says, the best and only good and better governor we have in Lagos State is Lateef Jakonde. Thank you. We built estates all over Lagos, all those low-cost housing estates. It's costly to him. When last did there be low-cost housing estates in Lagos? I beg, my listeners, don't forget to like, to share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.